Welcome back to Brass Tacks. Heavy rains, cloudbursts and landslide have wreaked havoc across Himachal Pradesh, and here's why.
This bridge in Manali got washed away even as people were desperately trying to cross over to the other side. The temporary bridge was built over a drain, but flash floods caused due to heavy rain led to the river water rising. 2 children drowned while crossing the bridge. Their bodies were later retrieved from the drain. More than 100 pilgrims who were part of the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra were left stranded after a sudden rise in the water level of the Kailash Nala. A rescue team was deployed along the Yatra route, which brought them to safety. Several rivers are in spate due to incessant rains in Himachal Pradesh. And to make matters worse, the Met Department has issued a heavy rain alert for the next 3 days.
In Bhagalpur in Bihar, this house next to a river crumbled within seconds. It happened after the water level in the Ganga reduced, leading to erosion of soil. In fact, due to land degradation, soil is getting increasingly eroded, leading to collapse of houses across the board. At least 7 Indo-Tibetan border police died in a bus accident in Jammu and Kashmir's Helga.
The bus that they were travelling in skidded down a road and fell into a riverbed. The accident occurred after the brakes of the bus failed. The impact was so strong that the vehicle was flattened upon hitting the ground. The bus was carrying as many as 41 security personnel, 39 from the ITBP and 2 from Jammu and Kashmir police. They were part of a de-induction process of special forces from the Amarnath Yatra. 19 ambulances were rushed to the spot after the accident, and a massive rescue operation involving BSF personnel and the civil administration was carried out.
In a big boost to India's military capabilities in Ladakh, the Indian Army has deployed a new assault vessel in the Pangong Lake. The landing craft assault will enhance operations along the LAC. The landing craft assault can carry out 35 combat troops at a time, and it can reach any area of the lake in a very short time. The body of an army jawan who had been missing since 1984 was finally found after 38 years in a bunker in the Siachen Glacier. Lance Nayak Chandrasekhar Harbola of the 19 Kumaon Regiment was identified from the identification disc found on his body. He was part of a 20-member troop team that was caught in an ice storm while patrolling. 2 masked men were spotted on CCTV planting a bomb below a parked police car in Amritsar. The incident came to light after the bike-borne men were seen by some locals who flagged off the authorities. A bomb disposal squad reached the spot, it removed the bomb and defused it. Prime Minister Modi is likely to meet his Pakistani counterpart Shehbaz Sharif next month. Both leaders, in fact, will come face-to-face at the SCO summit in Uzbekistan. The SCO summit will be held on the 15th and 16th of September in Uzbekistan. No bilateral meet has been planned between Modi and Sharif as of now. In fact, there has been no formal meeting between the Indian and Pakistani prime ministers since 2019, since the Pulwama attack that happened in February 2019. The foreign ministers of both nations had met recently in July. Several parts of Madhya Pradesh are flooded after incessant rains ripped through the state.
The plight of this biker sums up the flood havoc. He was trying to cross a bridge but got swept away by the floodwaters and fell over. Thankfully, bystanders managed to pull him to safety. But it wasn't an easy task due to non-stop rains. Schools in Bhopal are shut as authorities prepare for emergencies.
रायसेन जिला जहां पर बेगमगंज जगह पर देखिए ये बीना नदी का पानी पूरे शहर में घुस आया है। 24 घंटे में मौसम विभाग के आंकड़े कहते हैं कि 6.5 इंच पानी रायसेन जिले में गिरा।
In Jabalpur, 13 out of the 21 gates of the Bargi Dam and 6 out of 8 gates of the Barna Dam have been opened to release excess water.
Well, amid the heavy rains, a crocodile wandered into a residential colony in Shivpuri in Madhya Pradesh. This was despite the heavy rains that had happened there. It wandered into that colony. Fortunately, no one has been grievously hurt or injured. In fact, some people were seen taking selfies with the crocodile. All right, and what is turning out to be a bit of an embarrassment for Eknath Shinde's government. One of his MLAs was seen abusing and slapping a catering manager because of the poor quality of food that he had delivered at that place, as a result of which the MLA in question slapped the man. When our reporter tried to confront him, subsequently he expressed no remorse or regret whatsoever. Meanwhile, 11 convicts in the Bilkis Bano gang rape case were greeted with sweets, and relatives who touched their feet when they walked out of the Godhra jail today. The Gujarat government allowed their release under its remission policy. They were sentenced to life imprisonment for raping Bilkis Bano and killing 7 of her family members in the 2002 Gujarat riots. 4 people have been arrested over communal clashes in Shivamoga in Karnataka over the poster of V.D. Savarkar.
Shivamoga in Karnataka is tense. Communal clashes broke out over banners featuring RSS ideologue V.D. Savarkar and 18th century ruler Tipu Sultan. One person was stabbed in these clashes, after which prohibitory orders were issued.
Section 144 is in place in the Shivamoga, and right now I am showing you the pictures from the Gandhi Bazaar, just from 500 meters away from here.
Things flared up after a banner featuring Savarkar was put up as part of Independence Day celebrations. A group of Muslim youth objected, removed the banner and tried to install a Tipu Sultan banner at the same spot. This eventually resulted in a clash between both groups, and police ended up lathi-charging the mob to try and control the situation.
This is a big setback for India. World football governing body FIFA has suspended India for what it calls undue influence from third parties. This is the first time that the All India Football Federation has been banned by FIFA in its 85-year history. The FIFA Council has said there have been flagrant violations of its statutes. So what does the FIFA ban mean for India? Number one, it jeopardizes India's chances of hosting the Under-17 Women's World Cup in October. FIFA has said that India will not be in a position to host that event. The Women's World Cup was scheduled to be held in India from the 11th of October till the 30th. If this ban is not lifted, then India has to forego the hosting rights. The national teams, both men and women, cannot play in FIFA-recognized tournaments. Also, Indian clubs, remember there are a large number of clubs in the ISL as well as other football leagues, they cannot represent the country in any FIFA event. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar expanded his cabinet today, including 31 ministers. Nitish Kumar's alliance partner, the RJD, got the lion's share with 16 ministerial berths. The JDU got 11. Nitish Kumar kept the Home Ministry, while his deputy Tejashwi Yadav got key portfolios like health, urban development, housing and rural development. A blast at an ammunition depot in Crimea has left at least 2 people injured. This is the second incident in a week to rock the Russian-controlled peninsula. Kremlin has blamed the sabotage for explosions, but Ukraine has not claimed responsibility for it just yet. China has deployed its latest conventional attack submarine in military exercises off the coast of Taiwan. The SSK have been deployed with Chinese Navy's East Sea Fleet. The SSK will play a key role in any future blockade of Taiwan. A naval blockade could in fact entirely shut down Taiwan's economy. These SSK submarines could target ships that are going in and out of Taiwanese ports. Taiwan has only 11 days of natural gas supply left. China, meanwhile, has objected to the arrival of an American congressional delegation to Taipei by conducting fresh military drills.
As many as 30 Chinese warplanes and 5 vessels were detected in the Taiwan Strait. China claimed the new exercises are intended to be a resolute response and solemn deterrent against collusion and provocation between the US and Taiwan. The announced trip by a 5-member congressional delegation has prompted China to renew its rhetoric that it's readying for a war over Taiwan. When US House Speaker Nancy Pelosi made a stopover in Taiwan earlier this month, China launched a week-long military drill which saw Beijing send warplanes, missiles and jets into the waters and skies near Taiwan. Taiwan on its part condemned the drills and missile tests as preparation for an invasion and vowed to defend its national security.
Meanwhile, chaotic scenes were witnessed at an IKEA store in Shanghai, with shoppers trying to escape as the authorities attempted to quarantine them. Health authorities moved to lock down the store after a close contact of a COVID-infected person was traced to the store. The guards tried to close out the doors, but the crowd forced them open. That's a wrap. In a moment, Mani Shakil joining you with News Epicenter.